It's snowing outside, and it's too cold. What will you do while you're hanging with friends? You can play board games. According to a Medium Corporation, board games were invented around 5000 BC. Games have evolved to what we play today. I've been playing lots of board games since I was a little girl. My family and I have lots of board game nights. Board games such as 5 Second Rule, Clue, and the Game of Life are great games to play with family or friends on any given night. First, I'm going to talk about 5 Second Rule. You may have seen this game on The Ellen Show. This is where you must say 3 items that go along with the category in 5 seconds or less. The pieces that you'll need are the question cards, a spiral timer, and the playing pieces. The objective of the game is you want to answer the most questions to move on the board when you reach the finish. You have 5 seconds to say 3 things that fit the category. If you think naming 3 things is easy, try coming up with 3 TV dramas in 5 seconds. Next, I'm going to talk about Clue. Clue is not only a movie, but a board game as well. The board game was created during World War II. You and the other players are trying to find details about the murder of who killed Mr. Body. The game pieces include the Clue board, the characters, and the weapon pieces. You also have a die and 21 cards. You also will use a detective notebook sheet to keep track of what has been said and what is not correct in order to solve the mystery. According to the Spruce Craft, the objective is to solve it and to solve 3 main facts about this murder. Who did it, with what weapon, and in which room. Using the process of elimination to find who did this, first you must roll the die, and you have to enter a room on any room on any of these boards. Asking the questions about the 3 facts. To win, you need to guess all 3 of these items correctly. For example, it could be Miss Scarlet in the dining room with the knife. Lastly, we're going to talk about the Game of Life. The Game of Life is what it actually is called. It is a board game where you go through life and you pick wisely and you try to have the most money at the end of the game. The pieces that you'll need are the life tiles and a card. The cards include your salary, your career, a house, and stocks. You will also be giving money, and there is also a banker who is in charge of this money and will distribute it out and along the game when you need it. You also have cars and pegs. These cars and pegs are your people technically, and you move around the board along the way. The objective of the game, according to Planet Fun, is you go around the board living life. First you must spin the wheel. Whatever the number you get, you move to that space. You must follow the board and whatever it says. So if it says you are married, you are now married, and you can put a person in your van with you. As you move along the board, you must collect a career and money and have a family. The winner is whoever retires with the most money wins. The game is practicing life, and there's different themes of the game as it is involved. So 5 Second Rule is a game where you have to challenge yourself to try and come up with things in 5 seconds or less. Clue is a game that uses your thinking skills, and you must try and solve a murder. The Game of Life is literally the game of life, where you try and solve things out. So now that you have a few examples, you can have a fun game night with your friends and family as well.